using the quadratic formula. Before we start, there are three different parts to the quadratic formula: ax squared plus bx and c. Before we do anything as well, we also must find the discriminant, which is delta, which equals b squared minus 4ac. We can then use the quadratic formula, which is x equals minus b plus or minus square root delta divided by 2a. If the delta is larger than 0 and is a perfect square, we will have two rational roots as the solution. If it is larger than 0 but does not have a perfect square, then we'll have two irrational solutions. If delta is equal to 0, it'll have one rational solution. If delta is less than 0, then it will also have two complex solutions. We can also use b squared minus 4ac for delta square rooted, but delta is a good placeholder. X squared plus 3x plus 2 can be solved by substituting 1 for a, 3 for b, and 2 for c in the formula shown. To find the discriminant, we will substitute b squared minus 4ac for the stuff shown above. So 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times 2 equals 1. And the square root of 1 will be 1. And because delta is larger than 0, it will have a perfect square and two rational roots. We can then use the quadratic formula, which is x equals negative b plus or minus square root delta divided by 2a, which can be negative 3 plus or minus 1 divided by 2 times 1, which will give us a result of x equals negative 1 or x equals negative 2. In the next example, negative 2x squared plus x plus 5 equals 0. We can then substitute them for a plus c or c. A equals negative 2, b equals 1, and c equals 5. To find the discriminants, we will substitute b squared minus 4ac for the things shown above. 1 squared minus 4 times negative 2 times 5 equals 41. Dividing that by square rooting that 41 will give us square root 41, which is not a perfect square, which means we will have two irrational roots. We will then substitute using the quadratic formula, which will give us the solutions of x equals 1 plus square root 41 divided by 4, or x equals 1 minus square root 41 divided by 4. In this example, 2x squared plus x plus 5 can be substituted with these. We can then place this into the discriminant, which gives us 1 squared minus 4 times 2 times 5 equals negative 39. Because it is less than 0, it will give us a complex solution. So that means we will have to put I, the square root 39, as our discriminant. We will then use the quadratic formula, which is x equals negative b plus or minus square root delta divided by 2a. Placeholding that will give us solutions of x equals negative 1 plus I 39 divided by 4, or x equals negative 1 minus I square root 39 divided by 4. Thank you for watching my video.